I think the young people who are embracing it, I'm not so sure they know what it means to be socialist.
Republican Senator Rand Paul is hoping to remind Americans of what he calls the haunting legacy of socialism as high profile politicians and the public show more willingness to embrace it.
Why do you think the perception is kind of changing and people are being more open or accepting of socialism?
I don't think we teach history. We're too busy teaching you about feeling good about yourself. I'll bet you most of these people have no idea who Mao is. They have no idea who Pol Pot was. They might have a vague notion of Castro, and they all think Che Guevara was like a rock star or something, you know? And so the history needs to be told again. But also the big thing they're doing now is they're saying, oh, we're not Stalin, we're not for that, we're for democratic socialism. And we need to go into that as well.
Paul's new book, The Case Against Socialism, is filled with examples of authoritarian leaders who championed forms of socialism, from China's Mao Zedong to Venezuela's current ruler, Nicolas Maduro. Paul says each serve as a cautionary tale at a time when a growing number of Americans hold favorable views of socialism. A Pew poll this year found 42% of adults had a somewhat or very positive impression of socialism. That's up from just 29% in 2010. And support is highest among adults under 30. Most of those who like socialism say it creates a more fair and equitable economy. That messaging has been at the cornerstone of Democratic Socialist Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign, even using it to separate himself from 2020 rival Elizabeth Warren.
Well, Elizabeth, I think, as you know, has said that she is a capitalist through her bones. I'm not.
Still, though support for socialism may be growing, Pew found 55% of the country still views it unfavorably.
I don't think there's much difference between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. I think they're basically the same thing. I think she's smarter because she knows that the public perception, while it may be changing among the youth to be more accepting of socialism, I think she realizes the vast majority of adults, the people who have read any history, really don't have a good perception of socialism.